next chapter in this. We're almost done. I think there's this and the other, and just one more chapter after this. And then we'll move on to another comic. Yeah. Dear Karen, there is so much I wanted to tell you. So many adventures I thought we would share. When you're young, you think you're going to live forever. Is that the best you've got? Wait, I think I've already done this one. Let's see. Yeah, I think I've already done this. Never mind. So we're gonna do chapter 5. This is second last chapter, and then we're gonna do chapter 6, and then we'll move on to another comic. So this is chapter 5. Against the Ropes. Dear Karen, I lost you. You are never coming back to me. I write you these letters and I remember what we once had. But it still won't change the fact that I lost you. Where are you, Karen? I'm not saying it got any easier over the years, but it was never more frightening than the first time you disappeared. You used to call me the man without fear, Karen. On that night though, I was afraid I had lost you. You used to call me the man without fear, Karen. On that night though, I was afraid I had lost you. Foggy had sent you downtown to deliver some papers to our client, the owl. You didn't return to the office. That was very unlike you, and Foggy became worried. As it turned out, the office address the owl had given us was an empty building. I checked your apartment and you weren't there. Your landlady hadn't seen you since that morning. I promised Foggy I would find you, and despite the fact that he knew I was blind, he believed me. Tell me where you are. Oh, he's standing on this Empire State Building. Speak my name. New York has the reputation of being the city that never sleeps, but she quiets a bit after midnight. I found a spot where I thought I would have the greatest range, and I tried something I was never really very good at. Then I remembered my dad telling me I could do anything as long as I wasn't afraid. So I thought about you and I listened. At first it was just a lot of noise. What do you want me to say? This is me holding my breath. Fine, you want me to drive. You shut the hell up. What happened to the old bank? Like I care. She's exactly your type. Have we met? Then, Mr. Murdoch. Hey, he'll realize I'm missing and he'll call the police, and he won't go to the police if he doesn't want to see you harmed, Miss Page. Why are you doing this? What do you want from us? Anyone can own anyone. Miss Page, the key is driving the right players on the board. Take, for example, your employer, Mr. Murdoch. Mr. Murdoch is blind, and blind men what is this? Elicit a certain sympathy from a jury. Owning a piece like that makes the game that much easier to play. And once Mr. Murdoch realizes how valuable he is by my keeping you hostage, he'll dance like any puppet on my street. The owl was with you and you kept him talking, and he was the sort of man who liked to talk. Keep him talking, Karen. By the time I found the right building, the owl was no longer there. Someone else was there with you, a woman's voice. Her name was Grace, and she had wanted to hire us, claiming to be terrified by the owl. Wait, I know you. You're that woman who came to our office. You gave us that wild story about your husband. I do want... Wait, I did. Wait, I was told it was what the owl wanted, and I did what I was told. But he's gone now. You could help me to get out of here. Do you think this was easy for me? The owl uncovered things about me, personal things, secrets. He promised that if I played my role, he'd let me go, and now I have, and he has too. Just find the keys and throw them up to me. You don't understand. Someday you'll have a secret and you'll see how much it's worth to you. Don't go. There's no one to help me. I'll help you, miss. You smiled even though I couldn't see you. I could tell you smiled, and in my head it was as bright as day. Who, Daredevil? First we have to get you out of there. What are you going to do? Bend steel with your bare, hands? Not exactly bare. The gloves help. Don't be frightened. Why are you afraid? Should I be? I didn't tell you that by touching the bars I could sense their weakest points. Or maybe it was like those moments where the adrenaline is running so high ordinary men can lift up cars. Or maybe on that night I was determined never to lose you again. Oh, I see. Daredevil, the man without fear. Something like that. You shouldn't be here when the owl gets back. Right. Then you'll have to let go of me. Now run, Karen. Don't stop for anything until you reach the police. Holding you in my arms, it never occurred to me that you were so close you might recognize me. The cut of my chin, the sound of my voice, even though I had lowered it like a superhero is supposed to. Something that would give me away. After all, it was the first time Daredevil had met Karen Page. Karen. Oops. How did you know my name? That's easy, Karen. I have seen you in my dreams ever since I could remember. Oh my God. How much different would our lives be if I had just told you right then? Would you still be alive today? Oh, what the hell happened? No. Huh. Very funny. You probably just overheard me talking to the owl, or go now. The owl is. I was so focused on you, I didn't notice the scent in the bank had changed. You can't come into an owl's roost and steal his eggs. In the night, in the darkness, the owl rules. It all happened so quickly, I know that my attention was diverted by you, Karen, but in the darkness, I should have had the advantage. I hadn't had much experience with supervillains, and I didn't think the owl has anyone other than a lumbering businessman. He could fly, Karen, like, well, a bird, a big fat bird. This is a business matter between two parties. It should not involve you. I'm fairly certain that there are some hooligans who need roasting somewhere else to occupy your time. And while I was still getting my bearings, he was going to beat my brains in right in front of my gal. You never would listen to me, would you, Karen? Sorry, Tubby, but we're the cheap penny antique crook I picked for tonight. Even if it was for your own good, you're too stubborn, too off your own mind to let me tell you anything. Maybe that's why I love you so. Leaving so soon, the party hasn't even started. The owl nearly got away that night. More than anything, it meant he could hunt you down and hurt you. He who lives to fight another day and all that. I was young and foolish enough that I thought I could keep this from happening ever again. The motto of cowards and thieves, owls. We are finishing this tonight. My father would talk about what it would take to put a man down in the ring and keep him there. How on some nights you could hit a man in with everything you had and he would not fall down. It wasn't that the other fighter was impervious. He could be bloodied and rocking, but something held him up. He was hoping to be saved by the bell. It wasn't the most distinguished way to win, but you could say you were the distance. In boxing, that meant you held on to an ounce of respect. If you were still standing, you might even get a rematch. It all came down to where you were Mr. Murdoch. I mean, I wish you could have been there. When Daredevil moves, it's like, Karen, the way you talk about Daredevil, a regular guy wouldn't have much of a chance. That is, if you still don't have a boyfriend. Why, do you have somebody in mind? Oh, poor Froggy. You're not jealous of Daredevil, are you, Mr. Murdoch? Poor Froggy. I don't think I'd make a very good superhero, Karen. All that fighting and flying around. I think the only person I'd wind up hurting would be myself. Take that, villain. Say, did I hit you? Or was that the lamp? Oh, Mr. Murdoch. Oh, Froggy. Anyway, he's crying. Alright, anyway. This is the final chapter here. The final bell. Alright, guys. We'll read this tomorrow and we'll finish it and we'll move on to another comic. So yeah, I mean, these colored comics are very sad. I mean, I don't know how she passed away, but anyways, I guess we're gonna find out in the next chapter, which is the final chapter. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and